more to offer than just signs.
We do embroidery here. We also have the newest and latest t-shirt with the direct-to-film printer. We actually print in-house.
You guys have a great website at countrystateofminddesigns.com. And if somebody wants to talk about an upcoming project, Lisa, how do they get a hold of you?
636-775-1117, or they can email us at csmdesigns.troy@gmail.com.
Out and about in Troy, Missouri at Country State of Minds, 139 South Lincoln Drive. Come see Lisa and the whole staff today.
Live from the Gateway Fiber Studios, online at gatewayfiber.com. News Radio 105.3, 1280 KYRO Troy. It's 10 o'clock in the Heartland.
Fox News, I'm Paul Stevens. A massive wave of strikes on Iran is all for now. President Trump saying the U.S. and Iran are closer to a peace deal.
According to Axios, that decision came after the Saudi Crown Prince spoke with President Trump yesterday and expressed concerns over his plans for massive new strikes against Iran. It was said to be one of the largest bombing campaigns on Iran to date and likely would have targeted energy infrastructure.
Fox's Rebecca Castor, 3 people dead, at least 7 others hurt after a mass shooting Saturday at a fast food restaurant in Twin Falls, Idaho. The gunman's also dead. Severe wildfires ripping through the Pacific Northwest.
There could be some more wildfires today as those conditions stay dry across portions of central Montana and stretching just to the south, getting into Idaho, but wider across the area.
And that's Fox Weather's Adam Klotz. America is listening to Fox News.
You can hear where I'm at?
Yeah. Yep.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing aids of 2026 by Forbes Health, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices. Starting at just $90 a pair.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aid.
Could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 1 million happy customers by going to AudionHearing.com. That's AUDIEN Hearing.com.
Born on America's darkest day of September 11th, the Tunnel to Towers Foundation has helped heroes ever since. Heroes like NYPD officer Pedro Garcia, who answered the call after 9/11 and served at Ground Zero. Garcia later lost his life to 9/11 illness, leaving
That's
his
cool.
wife Yvonne and their children. Tunnel to Towers honored Officer Garcia by paying off the family's mortgage through the
How was your week?
Responder Home Program. Donate $11.
I think so. I think we're good.
What about SCC, man?
Go to T2T.
Slow count Charles.
Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Come on, man.
Business report.
He took a bump.
Averages ending higher for the day and week as investors digest the latest batch of big earnings reports.
You would be that slow too if you just got freaking knocked the hell by Cody Rhodes.
Well, it's funny that Barrett even called it
Amazon
slow
stock rose
count.
over 15% following its blockbuster
Little
earnings
Nate can
report
do
on
whatever
cloud
you
stream.
want. Absolutely. I totally agree. I totally agree.
Plunging over 7%.
This is
The
fun to
tech
poke.
giant delivered an earnings and revenue beat, but its services and China revenue came up short. The Magnificent Seven big cap tech stocks were mostly higher, led by Amazon, Alphabet, and Microsoft. The Dow up 277 points, the Nasdaq higher by 252, S&P 500 up 52.
Good morning, everyone. We're about to go live on the radio in about 3 minutes and
20% off
10
their
seconds
IPO
from
price
now.
just 6 weeks ago.
Lots of
Mr.
stuff to
Bob's
go
business
over.
Report, I'm the 3 bars.
SummerSlam Night 1 is over. Night 2 is tonight. AEW Redemption last Sunday night. Everything that's happened in between. Plus WLW's events coming up in less than 2 weeks right now. All kinds of great stuff going on that we're going to jump into. And I still can't get over how nice it feels outside right now.
It's cold.
He said it's cold.
It's cold.
It's cold, he says.
It's getting ready to snow, I think.
Don't say that crap. Don't say that crap word. We ain't on the radio yet. That's a shitty word.
There's no in between. It's either 100 or it's snow.
Right.
And I prefer 100.
Well, thankfully, it's not going to get up to no 100. Today, high 82. Tomorrow, 83. Tuesday, 85. Wednesday, 86. Thursday, 82. Friday, 85. Saturday, 88. So we're looking at some decent weather this week. It might rain a little bit on Thursday, but outside of that, it looks to be a great week this week.
Did Jennifer tell him that?
No, the computer just told me.
You can reach us at
Probably Jessica.
look at all our
Erica?
Or Erica.
listings.com.
Erica Walters has flown the coop. She ain't never coming back.
5555.
Meyer and Company Real Estate and Auctions.
Ain't never coming back.
In Troy, 636-462-5555. Online at MeyerListings.com.
We definitely want to hear from you this morning as well. Let us know what you thought of SummerSlam last night.
In Major League Baseball late Saturday night, the two-time defending World Series champion Los Angeles Dodgers.
The rich get richer.
Cy Young Award winner
Listen to
Tarek
this.
Skubal from the Detroit Tigers for 3 prospects.
Going to the
Here was
Dodgers.
Skubal's reaction late last night.
At this time, I'm excited to be a Dodger.
The rich
I'm excited
get
to down
richer.
there and meet all those guys and, chase
Who says you can't buy a
championships in a row. That's what we do, so I'm excited to be a part of that. But yeah, it's a lot of different emotions. Definitely kind of.
From Tricia McGarry Williams already. Good
Elsewhere
morning,
on Saturday
gentlemen.
night, the
Yeet
Chicago
to
White Sox
Sergeant
acquired right-handed
HB.
pitcher
Also,
Luis Castillo from the Seattle Mariners.
Kiss off Brock.
On the field Saturday night.
And
Los
yeet right back to you.
The Dodgers 3-2 on a 2-run run by Cedar Rafaela.
She didn't even watch the match, and she
22
was like,
last
"Tell me
26.
about one."
The Houston Astros.
She didn't even watch the match?
No, that's how much she hates Brock
There's
Lesnar.
nothing to watch.
Wasn't much of a match.
They didn't really
From the
use that
Motor
heat
Auction
at
and
all.
Real Estate
which I
Weather
was
Center,
surprised by.
there's your updated KYRO forecast.
Well, that's your main event, and it's probably
Well,
the
it
worst.
had to be. They destroyed the
Today,
ring.
on
Right.
partly cloudy skies.
But that was
Clear
probably the
skies.
worst match of the
Tonight,
night.
lows of a log around 6
Worst match of the night.
I don't know
Might have
about
been
the
that,
worst.
six-man.
I enjoyed the
Yeah.
night as a whole, though. I thought it was
Right now,
really a really
it's
good
Not a
first
lot.
night.
Not a lot was
That's the
accomplished.
latest from News Radio KYRO. I'm meteorologist
Sometimes it goes that way.
Jennifer Wojcicki.
Wojcicki. And that bumper music means we're about to go live. Mics are going live right now. Well, good morning. Good Sunday morning. We are live inside the Gateway Fiber studios of News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO. This is Uncensored Wrestling Talk. I am Sergeant. With me this morning, both of my co-hosts, for the first hour at least. Sitting next to me to my right, he is our resident referee, Mr. 1, 2, 3, Yeet.
I know.
Yes, it's him.
Yeet
It's
is
him. It's H.T. Daniels. Good morning, my friend. How are you?
I'm good.
You feeling good this
I'm
morning?
feeling all right.
Nice.
How are you?
I'm all right. I'm doing pretty good
There's
this
a little pep
morning.
in his voice today. I mean,
You know,
he's-
I've been
he's all
running
over it.
around like a chicken with his head cut off this morning. When I came in about 2.5 hours ago, the radio station was completely dead. We were off the air. It took me a little bit, but I got everything back up and running, got all the show prep done. You know, I'm feeling pretty good about myself.
You should. You should.
And of course, that voice that you hear right there, he is our nematode Nelly. He's the super fan, Tim Williams. Good morning, super fan.
Good morning, and a good morning.
You know, it is such a nice morning out there right now. I hope it's as gorgeous wherever you are as it is here in the St. Louis area. It is only 73 degrees, and it only feels like 81 right now. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. It's only going to get up to 82 today. I'm loving it.
Chance of snow
Too
later
cold.
on this week.
Bite your tongue. We did this before we went on the air. Bite your tongue. Hey, real quick. From the Facebook chat room, we're already getting some comments in here from Tricia McGarry Williams. Good morning, gentlemen. Yeet to Sergeant ADHD. Well, a yeet right back to you. And also, Oba, kiss off Brock. She is not a fan of Brock
No,
Lesnar.
she is not.
Our Mama Bear, Sherry Harley, saying good morning, guys. Good morning to you, Miss Mama Bear. Hope you're having a great Sunday morning. And the astonishing one, Austin Mulitalo, the winner of the Door to Destiny Rumble not too long ago, who will get his shot at November's WLW 27th year anniversary show. The one and only astonishing Austin Mulitalo. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, my friend. We need to get you back here in this studio as soon as possible. Talk about anything and everything that's going on with him, and he's got a lot of stuff going on. Speaking of a lot of stuff going on, It's less than 2 weeks away. 2 weeks from yesterday, to be exact. August the 15th is the next live event at the Race Wrestling Arena. It's the NWA Showcase, the 2026 Territory Classic, and what an amazing event this one is going to be. All the territories of the NWA coming together to see exactly who the best of the best of the best of the best really, really, truly is. Of course, World League Wrestling, NWA Joe Kazana Promotions, Southeast Tennessee, NWA Chicago, Dog Pound Championship Wrestling, TSW Texas Style Wrestling, KFW Wrestling, NWA New Mexico Duke City Championship Wrestling, and also Fight the World Wrestling, and I believe that one is out of Florida, actually, gentlemen.
Yeah, I think that one they're going to do a bracket still just to see who they're going to send.
That one is actually out of the NWA New Mexico Duke
New
City
Mexico.
Championship Wrestling, and that occurred Friday night. I'm still waiting to hear the results of that one, so we'll probably find that out during the week coming up. So keep your eyes glued to World League Wrestling's Facebook page. But with that, being said, we had scheduled Matt Hughes to appear that evening and also to present the trophy to the winner of that tournament. Some scheduling conflicts have come up, so he is unfortunately not going to be able to make it. But the good news is getting rescheduled, and he will come to the Race Wrestling Arena very, very soon. Now, we have been told that 2 matches have been set so far for this tournament, and the first one at NWA Showcase, the 2026 Territory Classic, 2 rising stars from 2 different territories will collide as the Grand Regent Camaro Jackson, the NWA World League Heavyweight Champion representing Missouri, will face off against Jake Cross representing Florida in tournament action. Of course, Camaro Jackson carries the banner for World League Wrestling and the state of Missouri, stepping into the Territory Classic with the home field advantage and the pressure that comes with it. Across the ring will be Jake Cross representing Fight the World Wrestling out of Florida, looking to make a statement by taking down one of WLW's own on his own turf. And then also, another quarterfinal match is set as Connor Martin, representing KFW Wrestling, will take on Caramel Lightning, representing Dog Pound Championship Wrestling. It's a Tennessee versus Texas type of matchup. And that kind of takes me back to when USWA used to be WCCW out of Dallas, Texas, Sportatorium, and also out of Tennessee, and they would always have Texas-Tennessee wars going on all the time. I can't wait for this one. This one's going to be very interesting, I think. Connor Martin brings the fight from the Tennessee territory scene, stepping into the tournament with a chance to prove that KFW Wrestling belongs on this stage. And of course, across the ring, Caramel Lightning carries the banner for Dog Pound Championship Wrestling out of Texas, looking to strike fast and advance one step closer to the Territory Classic Finals. So things are starting to shape up, gentlemen. How do you feel? What do you think?
Oh, I can't wait. I mean, this is a great night of wrestling, a tournament-style wrestling. There's going to be a champion at the end, and I can't wait to see how everything folds out.
Real quick, also, in the Facebook chat room, Sonny Austin Moitalo was commenting on your shirt here, saying, "Nice shirt, Tim."
Yeah, it's everybody's favorite wrestler there.
I need one of those.
He's doing the EO.
Right.
The EO.
The low point EO.
The mid torso.
We'll get into about EO from last night here in just a little bit. But HD Daniels, what do you think about this NWA Showcase, the 2026 Territory Classic?
It sounds like I got a lot of work ahead of me.
That's what I was thinking.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. A lot of wrestlers coming in that we're not completely familiar with, but I think that's the intrigue really about
Oh yeah,
this.
that's super intriguing, super exciting. Bunch of matches no one's ever seen before. I'm gonna have to show them who's boss though.
So here's the challenge. Here's the challenge to the fans of World League Wrestling, to NWA fans as well, to any fans that are coming in from out of town for this. I challenge you to bring it. Bring the noise. You know, make it loud as you can. Show these other folks that are coming into this tournament how good of a fan you really truly are.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I personally think we have the best fans in the world at World League Wrestling. I mean, we get into it, we're loud, we cheer and we boo and we heckle. Hey, bring it on. Bring your people in. We're going to show them what it's about.
I love it. I love it. Now, also, of course, in this tournament, and we're waiting to find out these other matchups that are going to happen, but also, Chase Emery will be representing NWA Joe Kazana Promotions, southeast out of eastern Tennessee. Bam Bam Malone will be representing Texas Style Wrestling in NWA Texas. Cody James is going to be representing NWA Chicago. And like I said, Friday night, NWA New Mexico held a little tournament there for Duke City Championship Wrestling. And we're still awaiting the word to find out who exactly came out of that one as the victor and who's going to be stepping in to the ring at the Race Wrestling Arena. It's going to be good. Keep your eyes glued. Keep your eyes glued to this one. It's going to be fun. Cannot wait. Get your tickets. HarleyRace.com. From what I've been told over these last couple of days, there's not many left. There really, truly isn't not many left. So if you have not gotten your ticket yet, you better hurry up. While you're listening to this show, go to HarleyRace.com and get your tickets right now, because I swear to you as my eyes are blue, and they are blue, if you wait until the last day, you're not getting in.
Nope.
There's no way. There's no way. You're not going to get in. And you're going to be wondering what the heck is going on. You're going to have to wait until Showdown airs to find out exactly what happens. All right, gentlemen. It's 10:16, almost 10:17 here. So let's go ahead and jump in
to Redemption.
No. No. Negative. Because we've only got H.D. Daniels for this first hour here. We're going to jump into WWE SummerSlam 2026, night one from last night. And before we actually start getting into the results itself, let's talk about the night as a whole. H.D. Daniels, your thoughts on the night?
The night as a whole was a fun night of wrestling for a change. I feel like they step it up for their PLEs. It's just the build. The Clash in Italy was fun. Their PLEs are generally fun. Generally speaking, it was a good show. But result-wise, not a lot happened. Not a whole lot.
As far as titles changing.
Titles changing, storylines really didn't go.
Wow,
nothing. Storylines are all the same.
Right.
Nothing has really changed, except for a couple.
No, I really kind of concur with what you're saying there. I mean, the thing that it was, there's just like 3 hours of build-up. Then it starts and you have almost 2 hours of wrestling with 6 matches. And you're done. Now it's like you got to be there for the pregame and then you have to be there for the post-show.
Sure.
And now they've condensed the actual wrestling
There's sometimes
time.
things happen on the pre-show. Sometimes there's things that happen on the post-show.
But they've condensed it to just a few matches, and I'm kind of like, wow, they were done, what, 8:30?
Well, they still had 6 matches last night. And they were done, they were done by 8 o'clock, but they also started at 5 o'clock our time.
Right.
So that's still 3 hours. If you go back in the old days, right? And I say the old days, but it wasn't that long ago. A pay-per-view would normally start at like 7 o'clock in the evening and be over at about 9:45, 10 o'clock, somewhere in that time frame. 3 hours, a little less than 3 hours. That's exactly what we got last night. Now, if you combine that, and let's say they do the same thing tonight as far as time-wise goes, that's 6 hours That's 6 hours for a PLE. You're just
Yeah, but
splitting it in half is all.
But if you're a wrestling fan and you're going there to actually be at the event, now you got to buy 2 tickets for 2 nights.
Well, the one
It
thing I can
really
say
could have
about
been
that
one
is,
night.
I somewhat agree with you, I do, but at the same time, at least they are only doing that with the big ones. WrestleMania, the Royal Rumble, SummerSlam, and maybe even, well, there's no real reason to do Survivor Series, because it used to be the big 4 was Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series. If you just keep those 3 events, though, at night, 2 nights apiece, I don't see a problem with it, to be quite honest. What are your thoughts, HD?
I'm a fan of the one night.
So you just want everything to go back to one night?
I want
every one night.
This whole WrestleMania was, I still didn't like it, but it was an acceptable one weekend a year. Now these multiple weekends, you have to plan your whole weekend around it. When you have family functions or small children, or not even just small children, just things going on in your life, it's like, guess what? I can't do anything with you this weekend because wrestling's on 2 nights in a row. It's not like the Super Bowl. Like, what if the Super Bowl was 2 nights?
Play the first half one night.
I'm just
and then the
saying,
second
like,
half the other night.
what if it was like Pro Bowl or something,
no.
and then Super Bowl? It's like, no, this is too much. One day is enough.
The World Series could be up to 7 games.
I mean, point taken, but the World Series is not a worldwide destination.
Ooh.
Oh, it's not.
Ooh.
It's not. It's a small faction of sports fans.
Trisha McGarry Williams chiming in on the Facebook chat side of things. 2 nights is just a money grab.
Well, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I would agree with that. It is a money grab. It is a money grab.
By the
but
time
also
they
at
get
the same
entrances
time,
in, it's just crazy with time.
He's not a big entrance fan. He's brought this up multiple times.
Yeah.
you don't like the long, extended entrances of these guys and gals coming out. And
No, because it just eats
getting
up
their
time.
shine that they absolutely deserve to get.
It eats up time, 1, into the matches, and 2, just on the amount of time and what you could actually put into a program. When you're spending 15, 20 minutes just walking to the ring, it's insane. It's absolutely
Well,
insane.
there are times, I'll admit it, there are times when the entrances are way longer than what the matches actually are.
Do you want them to do the NWA? No music, just walk to the ring, ring the bell.
No, not necessarily, but at least go right to the ring.
I want a happy medium!
Go back to WCCW. You got the music, they come out of the crowd, they get in the ring, and they go.
Interesting. Hey, also, real quick, Mama Bear, Sherry Harley, before we continue on, she brings up kind of a good point here about the NWA Showcase, the 2026 Territory Classic. What? No women? Hey, you know what? Bring it up to the boss next weekend, Mama Bear. We're going to task you with that one. You bring it up to the boss and say, hey, we're doing it for the men. We need to do it for the women too. I would love to see.
That'd be
I would
great
love
night.
to see a Territory Classic with the women involved. Absolutely.
Yeah, that would be fabulous.
I think that we've said this 100 times, 1,000 times, 1,000,000 times on this show that over a very long period of time now that we have enjoyed the women's wrestling more than we have the men's wrestling. And you know what? The women's wrestling I've seen on the independent scene as well, not just the mainstream companies, but on the independent side of stuff, are very, very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Oh, yeah. Bring it on.
Yeah, we're tasking you with that one, Mama Bear. All right, let's go ahead and jump in to these results last night. Liv Morgan taking on Io Sky for the Women's World Championship. Of course, Liv Morgan coming in as the champion. What did you guys think of this one?
I feel that it was a continuation of a story that will never end. Because Liv Morgan came out victorious on her very first title defense since WrestleMania.
100 days. She made a point of that on the post show last night. 100 days Whatever happened to the time where if you did not,
First offense,
you know,
100
defend
days.
your title in 30 days, then you would get stripped of it. I guess that's long gone now.
Well, she got the title, and then they had the tournament, Queen of the Ring tournament. So that's kind of what delayed
Okay.
most of it.
But if with her being put into the tournament like she was, every single match that she was involved in could have been for that championship. Or even made the final match. If she made it to the final match, whoever she was facing could have been for that championship. But she made the point herself. She hasn't defended that championship in 100 days.
It's just the King and Queen tournament doesn't mean anything anymore. Like, I didn't want Io to like change her gimmick to be the queen or anything, but it's like Oba's not challenging for the title. She lost her opportunity.
That might change very soon.
It might change, but he's not going to win the first go. There'll be shenanigans. It's just like, why did we even waste our time with this? But
Yeah, I mean, but as far as the match, I thought it was a well-placed match, and it was great to start off the show. I enjoyed watching those two girls go at it. The whole match had me, I didn't know who was going to come out as victor on it.
the fact that that started the show made me believe that the WWE title was not closing the show. Because
Really?
Brock doesn't go on in the middle. Brock goes on first or last.
This is true. And we have seen him go on first several times in the past.
I think there's been a point made either by Heyman or someone else that's like the rule of Brock Lesnar, first or last.
You know, you made a comment a moment ago about how this Queen of the Ring tournament doesn't mean anything now. If Io Sky had won last night, if she would have captured the Women's World Championship, would your tone still be the same? Or would you still be saying the same thing, that the Queen of the Ring tournament doesn't mean anything?
My tone would change that the tournament means something, but it wouldn't change at the fact that Liv would just demand a rematch and we'd go on and on and on. No matter what, this is going to go on and on and on.
So you think we're going to get another match between Io Sky and Liv Morgan, like, soon?
No, not soon. We don't do anything soon. We don't do anything soon.
It might be another 100 days.
Yeah, right? Right?
Two defenses in 200 days.
I don't know.
Ooh.
I don't know what I hope with this. I guess I hope Io doesn't get a rematch. We move on to something new.
Interesting.
I think before that, I think there's going to be a turn in the Judgment's Day. Maybe Roxanne.
They just helped each other last night, though, so it's going to be an extremely slow burn.
Yeah, very slow burn. Very, very slow burn in that one. If that even happens.
Yeah.
If that even happens.
But I'd really like to see Roxanne.
In fact, I would be a
and
little
Liv go at it.
surprised if that were to happen. If one of the girls turned on each other from the Judgment Day.
What's Dominic gonna mate up with Roxanne and kick Liv out?
No, I don't think so. I think
No.
Roxanne is going to kind of feel like she's been the third wheel. Everybody else got championships, and she's going to feel like the third wheel, and she's going to get enough of it. And
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're gonna kick Liv out. That's what the Judgment Day does.
they're not going to kick Liv,
Dominic
but
girlfriends.
Roxanne will leave before.
Okay, I don't know. I think they think that Dominic gets the girls over. That's what they think.
They.
Mm-hmm.
A lot more people cheering for Dirty Dominic.
I know they're shameful.
Greatest luchador ever.
They're shameful and uneducated.
Wow! Y'all uneducated, H.D. Daniel says. And with that note, hey, we're well past our first break. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and take our first break. And of course, that is only going to be 59 seconds long. And let us go ahead and do it. Oh, I don't know. Right about now. Well, if I can get this thing to work, I'll do it. How about that? There we go.
Welcome to Maine. For slow internet, press 1. For a different customer service, press 2.
had fun last weekend?
Yeah. For confusing pricing,
Yes.
press 3.
We all had fun.
For extremely long wait times,
What was up with that?
Howard,
Was he not feeling good?
I think we just felt a little
Where
weird.
there was
I don't know why.
frustration, now there's satisfaction.
Hello, this is Helen
We
at
had to
Gateway
talk about
Fiber.
manners.
How may I help you?
Isn't it time you refreshed your internet provider? For more information, visit gatewayfiber.com.
Little HD is all right.
Family Shoe Store is a local family and veteran-owned tradition in historic downtown Troy, Missouri,
No,
dedicated to serving local
but I love
community and
having
providing
it.
great
Yeah.
customer service. Their brands include Red Wing, Irish Setter, Works, Birkenstock, Brooks,
more the
Merrill,
merrier,
New
by
Balance,
golly.
Skechers, Thorogood, as well as Superfleet insoles, state-of-the-art 3D foot scanner to ensure you get just the right insoles for you. Finley Shoe Store providing men's and women's quality footwear in Lincoln County area since 1947. Finley Shoes, 636-528-8247.
There we go, German mics are going live. Hey, welcome back. We're trying to fix these technical difficulties. Of course, this morning when I get in, the radio station is completely off the air. I got everything back up and going.
Listen, we
so,
just need sponsors for the show.
That would be nice.
To fix all this.
More sponsors.
More.
More sponsors.
To sponsor
Absolutely.
Uncensored Wrestling Talk.
Absolutely. We are live inside the Gateway Fiber studio of News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO. We are also live on our Facebook feed and our YouTube channel. All you gotta do is type in Uncensored Wrestling Talk, come watch the show, join in on the interactive chat like everybody else that does, and we will get your comments and questions put out there. HD Daniels, we're also on X.
I'm going to tweet on the X right now at UW Talk KYRO.
Nice.
Also,
Tweeter you.
I know, I'm going to tweet her. I'm also going to TikTok at
Gonna TikTok.
UW Talk KYRO.
Nice. I like it. Super fan. We've got a Discord channel,
Absolutely.
my friend.
Uncensored Wrestling Talk Show. Come in and join the chat with us.
Every day that ends in Y, there's some sort of wrestling event going on. And one or two or all three of us are in there chit-chatting with anybody and everybody that pops in there, discussing everything that is going on right there in real time. LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, Royce Keys taking on the Bloodline, Jacob Fatu, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, and HD Daniels. Your thoughts on this one, my friend? Because I know you hate the Bloodline.
I hate everything that the Bloodline is. And I also just I still don't know why we had this match.
But you still are a Jey Uso lover.
Yeah, I'll be a Jey Uso fan.
That bad guy.
Is he a bad guy, though? He's just standing up for his family.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
And Roman's over. So, bias aside, is the Bloodline a heel faction?
Yes.
You can't answer that, no. Why
No.
are they heel?
Because they get involved with everybody's business.
They haven't been involved in a single Roman match this whole time.
Not once.
Not since WrestleMania.
This is true. Not once.
We'll see you tonight.
Not once. Not once have they even come out to help Roman Reigns when there's been a fight going on between himself and Seth freaking Rollins. So you can't really call them a heel faction at this particular moment.
Are they getting involved in each other's shenanigans? Like anytime Jay is getting beat down, Jimmy comes out,
Well,
or
that's because
because they're brothers.
Yeah, that's because they're
then
building
they're
a
gonna bring
war.
Jacob out. And
This
all
is
that.
all. This is all leading to war games.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to continue on.
I'm
until
kind of thinking
November.
that too.
This is all just going to get. It's going to be Roman and the Bloodline. Who knows where Solo's going to fit in versus Seth and the LA Knight crew at War Games.
Could be.
This is all just.
That could very well
we
be
gotta
what's
live.
going to happen.
We got to live through this till November.
LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, and Royce Keys picking up the win against the Bloodline last night. And actually, for me, I picked LA Knight and his crew to get that win. But are you surprised?
Well, what did you want?
I picked the Usos to win.
You wanted them to win.
I didn't want them to win. I expected them to win. Two different things.
Just when you think
Yeah,
you've
I know.
got it figured
Right.
out, they do a zig on you and you're going zag.
Yeah. It was one of those things where it's like, yeah, I'm glad LA Knight finally got one up on the Bloodline, or however you want to put it. But to me, it probably hurt the Bloodline and their credibility a little bit by losing.
Ooh, what do you think about that comment there, HD Daniels? Hurt their credibility.
The credibility conversation is so hard to have right now because everybody loses, everybody wins, and we just keep seeing the same thing for months on end. It's so hard to... I'm having a hard time with the booking. I don't think it hurt their credibility at all because they're going to come out and have the same match tomorrow night maybe. Who knows? They'll rematch on Raw for no reason whatsoever, and the Usos will win. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know.
Do you think Solo's going to turn on LA Knight?
I was somewhat expecting that last night.
See, yeah, I was thinking too.
I kind of think along the same lines as UHD, where it comes to, we're going to get to War Games, and it'll be the Bloodline versus the LA Knight crew, and I still think Solo Sikoa is going to be a part of that LA Knight crew when that comes around. But I think, and I'm not holding myself to it right yet, because we're still a little ways out from that, but I would not be surprised to see Solo Sikoa turn on his teammates and help the Bloodline win in War Games.
Well, typically it's 5-on-5, so they would need...
Well, we've seen War Games where it's been 4-on-4 as well. Of course, that's been in NXT, but...
I'm just throwing that out there, that Solo could be a fifth guy, but...
Well, they keep talking about run the play or the game plan, and I think, really, honestly, the game plan is everybody think, Solo's never going to join. He's going to go back with his brothers eventually.
Maybe.
It's just a matter of time.
But who you've got, okay, let's say LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, Royce Keys, Seth freaking Rollins. And then on the other side, you've got Roman Reigns, Jacob Fatu, Jey Uso, and Jimmy Uso. And you're talking 5-on-5. Well, that makes it 4-on-4. Who do you throw into the mix on both sides of this?
Do we want to get into War Games theories right now?
Well, hey, you're the one that brought it up.
I was just saying we're going there. I don't know. Who do you throw in there? Cody and CM Punk, probably?
From SmackDown.
I don't know.
Because this is a Raw war here.
Solo and LA Knight are SmackDown guys. And so is Royce Keys. He's a SmackDown guy.
That is true. I forgot about that.
Sammy will probably be in there. He's an honorary Uso.
He's dealing with a lot right now. I don't think he'll be involved in this one next year. I really don't. All right, let's move on.
Yes.
Let's move on. We ain't got a lot of time in this first half before we lose our resident referee here. Gunther taking on a man that hadn't stepped into the ring in competition in about 3 years' time. The national treasure, Nick Aldis, the SmackDown general manager, reinstated SmackDown general manager, I might add. I thought there were a few instances where that ring rust was apparent, right? But as a whole, that match was absolutely phenomenal, I felt.
It's a contender for me for match of the night. Maybe match of the weekend.
Absolutely.
But it had boring Gunther for you.
So I know, and I was wondering if somebody was going to say it because I was going to call myself out that Gunther is freaking boring, but he has this ability to bring it out in people.
He does. You guys say boring. I say methodical.
No, I don't say he says boring.
You don't think he's boring?
Oh, absolutely not. I love Gunther. I'm surprised he's not champion.
I think almost everything about him is the definition of boring. His promos and everything he does, but he has this ability to make the babyface be rooted for.
I will say he needs some help on his promos. For sure. I agree with you 100%. But in that ring though, he is methodical. He's brutal. Brutal.
There's just nothing about his matches like his. Let's just take his power bomb. It's just a simple. There's nothing flashy. There's nothing that. Oh, power bomb. There's nothing. It's just
Does everybody have to be flashy though?
Yeah.
Really?
No.
Yeah.
No. He'll take you apart. He'll figure out what he needs to do. He is a classic mat wrestler that has power and strength and will break you down every single time.
I'm beginning to wonder, Superfan, if H.T. Daniels would have lasted as a wrestling fan back in the 50s, 60s, 70s when
No.
and even parts of the 80s when we would get Broadways.
No.
And when I say Broadways, I mean hour and a half long matches ending in time limit draws.
The answer is no. And I think about that all the time. I wouldn't have. Wouldn't have liked it. There's I don't like it.
To me, there's a part of Gunther that reminds me of Larry Zbyszko.
Yeah, I would agree with you a little bit.
Who I thought was one of the best and doesn't get the credit that he really deserves.
It's one of the reasons, just a quick side note, I don't watch UFC or boxing because those matches end in anticlimactic fashion.
True.
It's just, the match is over? Well, that was unexciting. Just like a Gunther match.
Wow. Well, Gunther did come out the victor in that one, and we saw on the post show, Nick Aldis and Triple H having a discussion, and Nick Aldis gave him an envelope that had his letter of resignation to him, and Triple H tore that thing up. I'm a little sad. I'm a little sad by this because after last night, I knew Nick Aldis was going to bring it. I knew that he still had it in the tank to go and go and go. I want to see more of Nick Aldis in that ring, wrestling and competing.
It's such a... I thought it was
a letdown.
I mean, it was set up. No, Nick, you're not accepting this resignation. You're going to be a wrestler. It was right there.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. I thought that's where they were going with it.
But nope.
And then he says, "Hey, with Gunther, you need to call it down the middle.
You're gonna be a GM."
Actually, what he said was lay off Gunther. Wait, what?
It's crazy.
You're making him the general manager of SmackDown again, but now he's got to lay off Gunther, so that means Gunther can go do whatever the heck he wants to do and not get much repercussion.
It won't shock me that if this something happens again come WrestleMania time.
I don't know.
What do you mean?
That Nick Aldis will wrestle.
So we gotta wait all the way till WrestleMania for possibly Nick Aldis to get back into the ring again.
Yep.
Man, that's a long time.
We're gonna have a GM that's so buff that you can see it through his tailored suit.
Well, you already can.
I know. That's what I mean. It's just so unfortunate.
Interesting stuff. Yeah, I'm disappointed. I won't lie. I am disappointed that we're not going to see more Nick Aldis inside that ring competing over these next several weeks, months, and maybe ever again. Who knows? It's got to be the right situation now for Nick Aldis to get back
now
into the
it
ring.
does. Yes, now it does.
What do you think about like Nick versus Cody? Do you think
we've seen that already? I mean, granted, not in the WWE, but we've seen that already. How are they going to improve upon that? I don't think they can. 2 matches between the two of them back in the day, NWA 70, where Nick Aldis regained. Well, actually, wait a minute. Yeah. Nick Aldis regained the NWA World Heavyweight Championship from Cody Rhodes because Cody Rhodes had wanted it all out from Nick Aldis. Now, I think those 2 matches were the best matches they were ever going to have between the two of them. And I don't think you can get better than that, so why even attempt it?
They don't exist in the WWE.
Yeah.
What was that?
That's a weird noise.
Because not too long ago, and I was surprised by this, guys, but on WWE programming, they mentioned how Nick Aldis was a 2-time NWA World Champion, how he was a former TNA World Heavyweight Champion, how he was a former TNA Tag Team World Champion. So, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, it was great that they mentioned it, and he deserves his accolades because he earned them.
Absolutely, he did. And to be quite honest, I was a little surprised by that they did that because they don't normally do that kind of thing. But I wish that they would recognize some of these guys and gals coming in as former champions of other organizations and all.
But that whole, law is being broken more and more, especially how many times are they talking about AAA champions? TNA, NXT, they're kind of going, okay, this was your history, we're gonna, acknowledge it.
Right. Well, let's move on. Fatal Influence, JC Jane, Fallon Henley, and Laney Reed. My tongue is just tied this morning. going up against the Bella twins, Nikki Bella and Brie Bella, and Paige, and Fatal Influence coming out on top. And I've been expecting it, and it happened last night, where Nikki Bella initially was the first one, and Brie actually joined in a little bit, turning on Paige. How surprised were you guys by that?
Not surprised
No.
at all. Go ahead.
I expected it more. I thought what I was thinking is they're going to win last night, go for the tag team titles again, and then that's where Nikki gets involved.
I don't know if Triple H knows how to book women in any other way other than I hate you now because you made me lose.
You lost.
Yeah.
No,
That's almost what every storyline is. Almost.
And it was you knew it was going to happen. I mean, it was so fake.
Well, with
afterwards.
Nikki Bella coming back, it wouldn't have been Paige in the picture of going for the tag team titles. Superfan. It would have been Nikki and Brie going for the tag team.
I don't know if it's going to be that anymore because I think Brie's hurt.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Brie. It looked like Brie had injured her shoulder.
We just went from one twin to another.
During the post show, Triple H had said that she had left to go to the actual hospital to get some scans done and whatnot. And man, that's a big heartbreak for Brie Bella.
It's a heartbreak for Brie, but I don't. Even if it didn't happen, what are we going to have a Bella twin versus Paige match? Nobody wants that.
You're still gonna get it.
But that's not that.
You're still gonna get it, whether you want it or not.
It just feels like. I don't know what that match feels like a nothing match that I don't even know why he would waste his time with. I don't get it.
The Uncensored Wrestling Talk champion.
Co-champion.
No, wrong. Stop that or you're gonna get fired. Maximus Stone, Josh Mudd. Good morning, fellas. At least we haven't pooped our pants yet, like CM Punk.
Did you see that?
No. What is he referencing?
There's a. Have you seen it?
Mm-mm.
There's a still, a photo, a screenshot of CM Punk right up his crotch after one of his moves laying on the mat. That looks like he may have.
Yikes!
Had a little shat.
Had a little accident.
Watch your mouth on the radio, son.
SHAT.
You guys need to get hip and follow these things.
Accidents happen sometimes. Accidents happen. Yeah, I wasn't surprised also one little bit that Nikki was the one to initially turn on Paige. I was a little bit surprised that Brie kind of jumped in almost immediately after she hit that rack attack on Paige and kind of kicked her down a little bit, but it wasn't during that time when she had hurt her shoulder, talking about Brie. It was actually during like the middle of the match.
Well, it looked like it was whenever JC Jane did that flip and she was against the ring steps.
Mhm.
Whenever it seems like that happened.
I'm thinking you're right too. I'm thinking you're right as well. The undisputed WWE Championship on the line last night as CM Punk defended against Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare. HD Daniels, before this match began, who did you have coming out the victor in that one?
I don't remember. Probably CM Punk.
Interesting.
It didn't feel like it was time for Cody yet.
See, I don't know if I feel this way now, but beforehand, I was thinking regardless of which way this match went, we were going to get another CM Punk Cody Rhodes match. Very, very in the very near future, like within the next month or so. Now I don't feel that way. CM Punk, retained the title last night, but only after being gone since WrestleMania. Randy Orton comes in and hits an RKO on Cody Rhodes conveniently after CM Punk had rolled out of the ring after getting hit by a crossroads.
Yeah, I mean, whenever Randy Orton came out of the crowd and just slid right in, popped him with the RKO, what a pop for just that wink to the camera. Like, I'm back. Everybody beware.
Interesting stuff.
I'm getting a little tired of Randy's Roman schedule, but I'm glad he's back. And I hope he wins the freaking title. Now. Right now. This Friday. I want it now. I'm tired of this slow burn crap.
You know, Randy Orton is one of those guys that he's been in the WWE for well over 2 decades now.
You're going to say he's earned the time off?
I think so. I really do.
Okay, fine, but I still want him every week. He makes the shows for me. He's Randy Orton.
He ain't got much time left in the tank.
Exactly. 3 more title wins started this Friday.
Let's go! I like it.
I think the winner of Sami Zayn and Finn Balor might have an issue with that. Gunther might have an issue with that.
That was the first thing that crossed my mind. Randy's back. He wants the title. Sami Zayn and Finn are going to want the title. Gunther's going to want the title. We're going to have to deal with this crap.
Yeah. And so with that being said, let's say you've got the pencil. How do you deal with this?
If I had the pencil, you don't. Sammy's out, Finn's out, Gunther's out. Randy's #1 contender. He wins on Friday.
So we're going to, when you say
don't worry about this #1 contender.
They don't matter anymore. This #1 contendership match doesn't matter anymore.
No, it shouldn't even exist. A match shouldn't even be happening. A #1 contenders match on a pay-per-view? It shouldn't even be happening.
Wow.
Where's the Intercontinental title for the women and the U.S. title for the women? Where's that on this show? Where's the tag team titles on this show? A #1 contenders match that's wasting everybody's time? No.
I think that as a whole, with this actual night 1, some of these matches could have been put on night 2 instead of the first night. Because you always want your night 2 to be better than night 1. And there are some good matches on night 2. I'm not saying that there's not, but it's going to be very, very difficult for, I believe anyway, that, for night 2 to overcome, to overshine, to outshine night 1. What do you guys think?
Night 1 was fun, but it was somewhat uneventful with the results, as I said before. There were things we're obviously talking about it, Nick Aldis and CM Punk and all that, but nothing really happened on paper. Tonight, there's possibilities that things can happen, but I still don't see. Baron Corbin's going to lose. Seth Rollins is going to lose. We're going to get an interim women's champion. That's about the only thing that's going to come out of tonight. I don't know what other changes of the landscape of WWE are going to happen after tonight.
Interesting.
Is it interesting?
What you're saying is interesting. Yes. I always find what you say interesting.
And we might not agree with it. That's surprising.
I find it interesting. And with that being said, and we were a little bit past taking our second break of this very first hour of Uncensored Wrestling Talk. Before we do that real quick, my broadcast partner, my friend, Martin Cadis, jumping in to the Facebook chat and saying, good morning, folks. Well, good morning there, Mr. Cadis. I hope you're having a great Sunday morning. And now with that being said, let's go ahead and take our last break of this first hour. And when we come back, we'll talk about Obafemi taking on Brock Lesnar inside Hell in a Cell.
John Lang, owner of Mountaintop Motor Company. John, tell us about the latest sales you guys have going on.
King, we don't have
Randy
wins on
You're
Friday.
on a dealership.
Punk's
you have to have
out.
some kind of sale going
Gone.
on. Nope.
Let's
no
just get
quote,
this going.
unquote sale going on.
And whoever becomes the #1 contender can now go after Randy Orton and lose because it doesn't matter anymore.
Let Cody and Punk ref the tag titles. I would actually enjoy that. Let them do
We're
that.
not about sales. We're about true savings.
Okay.
I like that. No sales, just savings. You're saying come in, check out the
You
inventory,
asked me,
and you guys
there's
will
the
prove
answer.
that your pricing is
He's got the pencil, my God!
I think he's been kind of listening to Damian Priest there.
$15,000 or lower. And
Let's
with
get rid of
our
the same
great
old four
pricing,
people.
We're confident that we can get you
Well, it does kind of get old sometimes.
Somebody asked Triple H that last
Yeah, in the press
I think
yeah.
that's such a BS answer.
It wasn't
How was a BS
It
answer
was-
saying you gotta put butts in seats?
He's not putting butts in seats. Nobody cares about this anymore. And then he goes, well, you gotta get over. Well, you gotta put people on TV to get over.
He made mention last night in that post show about 35,000 fans being there, right? That stadium was way more than 35,000 people.
This has happened at a lot of stuff. I went to SummerSlam in Nashville.
Dine in 7 days a week at
I mean, hell, they did a little promo where tickets were like $25. What PLE have you seen in recent time that the tickets were only $25? Even with the being the nosebleed
Express at number 3 Troy Center. And don't forget, buy one, get one free on Wednesday in Troy, and on
Martin
Monday
Cadish, it was beautiful. I cried over versus
restaurant
Broadway.
in Winfield Plaza, and Don Julio's Taco Express at number 3 Troy Center.
Tears of joy because
Tears of joy.
Bringing great authentic
Hey,
Mexican
babe,
food home.
we may
to
never
you
see
in
Brock
County.
Lesnar in the ring competing
Hasta
again.
pronto.
And the mics are going live. Welcome back. We are live inside the Gateway Fiber Studio of News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO. Of course, we are also live on our Facebook feed and our YouTube channel. Jump on in there. Let us know what you think and your comments and questions about everything that we are talking about this morning. And right now we are talking about WWE SummerSlam 2026 night number 1. And gentlemen, we've got one more match to talk about, and that is the main event of the night. I'm gonna say this real quick right now before we jump into this match. I don't think that one should have been a main event. I think it really should have been either the CM Punk Cody Rhodes match or the Liv Morgan Io Sky match, the World Championship being the last match. That's my own thought on it.
I mean, they did open with a world title match, which is, I guess I care more about Liv versus Io than I did Punk versus
I'm
Cody,
sorry,
but,
that six-man match should have been on first.
to bore
Followed
people.
by
You
Fatal.
want to bore people to death right off the
No,
bat?
but that was a good, solid match, though. That was regardless, that six-man match was a solid match to start off a SummerSlam with. And then it could have been followed up by the Fatal Influence match. Then followed
now
up.
you're really boring people to death.
Hey, you
That
gotta
would've
get it
been
done and
a
out of the way,
solid
right?
right there.
You might as well get it done and out of the way as quickly as possible instead of having it right in the middle. And then after that match is over with, now you've got to rebuild that crescendo all over again that you had at mid-level. Now it's at low level because of that match. And I'm not saying that match was bad by any means. You guys are.
No, it was bad.
No, it should not have been main event. It was only main event because they destroyed the ring. But WWE crew is really efficient. They could have fixed it very easily.
Oh yeah,
very easily.
What is your feeling about them actually destroying the ring like that, showing the boards and then the foam
It's been
and all
done
that?
before.
Yeah, it's been done.
Did it bother you or something?
To me, it kind of takes a little bit away of the idea.
I
of
remember back in the day
of the ring
with
itself.
ECW when they go through the ring.
I don't know. You didn't know there was wood under there?
I knew that there was wood, but the amount of padding that's really on it.
Is it not enough or is it too much?
I think it's
don't know
too
where
much.
you're going with this.
Too much.
So Brock exposed the ring and you said that looks like a mattress. And now what?
Well, do you want people to know that you got wood underneath that's kind of gives it a
But
flex?
you know, at the same time,
and
when
then
he pulled up
padding
that
on
padding,
top.
when he pulled that padding up, you could tell that padding
No, it's
was
only
only about an inch to 2
yeah.
inches thick. It's not like it's some, mattress itself, right? I mean,
I just don't know where
big
he's
deal.
going with this.
Big deal.
But do we really want to show that?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Brock Lesnar
I don't know where you're
looking to
going.
take
Okay,
out
I was just curious.
Femi one way or the other.
No, I was curious.
Take
if
away
that's
that padding and let's get it done, he says.
Okay.
Why not? HD, what do you think?
I wish Oba would have powerbombed him on the wood. I wish that would have happened.
I think it was attempting to do that and kind of just turned the wrong way a little bit. I would instead of the tombstone, and I know that was an homage to the Undertaker, and I get it, right?
Yeah.
But I would rather have seen an F5 done on the wood instead of the tombstone.
I can see the argument, but nonetheless, a move was done. Oba should have finished it on the wood, whether it was a mistake or not. It shouldn't have been main event, and it shouldn't have been a cell match. The cell was not used. It was used one time for a table.
Real quick, before we get out of here, for first hour is almost over with. Trisha McGarry Williams saying now Brock can go back under the rock that he came from under. He can take Paul Heyman with him.
Yeah.
Woo! I really think, and I wouldn't be surprised by this, if Paul Heyman gains a little bit of traction with Oba Femi.
The thought crossed my mind as well. You asked it in the Discord last night. We got like 30 seconds left.
Do. Yeah.
I don't think it's going to happen.
You don't think
Oba doesn't need a mouthpiece.
No.
Well, with that being said, we only have a few seconds left here in this first hour. We appreciate you joining us. 6 minutes after the top of the hour, we will begin hour number 2, and we'll go over night number 2, which will occur this evening. SummerSlam, it's upon us. We're halfway through, and we'll see you all back here in just a little bit.
Studios, online at gatewayfiber.com. News
All right, I got some things to do, you guys.
KYRO Road. It's 11 o'clock in the highway.
Fox News, I'm Nan Carrick.
I
Large
promise I
scale
won't say
attacks
anything
against
more about
Iran
the
on
FCC.
pause. The president calling off the strikes.
Why are you
after
giving the
Trump
FCC
said
such a hard time?
Prince.
He wrote on
I guess
Truth
you just didn't
Social,
like
the
it, huh?
USA is loaded,
it's
ready
just
to
a
go
Buster
against
bubble.
Iran.
Oh, okay.
Despite this,
I've done a
we've
slow
just been
count
asked
before.
by
Fight
Iran
him.
and other Middle countries to hold off any attack
That was
at the
really
perimeters of a deal.
That was one of the slowest ones I've ever seen.
I've never seen him do the big arm swing like that. I'm like,
across the
oh,
Pacific Northwest
shit.
have burned this season due to wildfires.
It was
State
really
Governor
slow.
Bob
It was
Ferguson
really
calling the
weird,
state
yeah.
of emergency
I mean,
on
I can
Saturday.
get
The
boom,
statewide
but not,
bird ban
but it was
also in
like,
effect.
this is an extremely difficult situation for many Washingtonians.
He's making a lot of money in bump
We're gonna make everything we
checks
can
lately.
to get resources. But I'm serious. I want to know. I think Cody's hit
Smoke now
him
darkening skies
in
into the
his
distance.
last.
America's
How many he's done
listening
his
to
last
Fox News.
5 or
match.
6
Yeah.
championship belts matches. He has bumped Charles Robinson.
It's at the point now, it's either Dan Engler or Charles Robinson. They're
The
getting
quality of
bumped.
your life.
Yeah.
Now there's
the
an
other rest don't do
affordable
it.
fix for you or your loved
Chad
one.
Hammond
Rated the
doesn't
best
get it.
hearing aids of
No,
2026
he doesn't
by
get
Forbes
bumped.
Health.
Yeah.
Audion Hearing
Yeah.
is the highest
He doesn't
quality
need the
hearing
money,
aids
I
at the
guess.
lowest
Right.
price. Starting at just
I ain't good with it.
$98.
All right, see ya. See ya.
like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aid.
Could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 1 million happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
Born on America's darkest day of September 11th, the Tunnel to Towers Foundation has helped heroes ever since. Heroes like NYPD officer Pedro Garcia, who answered the call after 9/11 and served at Ground Zero. Garcia later lost his life to a 9/11 related illness, leaving behind his wife Yvonne and their children. Tunnel to Towers honored Officer Garcia by paying off the family's mortgage through the Fallen First Responder Home Program. Donate $11 monthly and amplify your impact with a car or land donation. Go to T2T.org today.
I'm Liz Clayman, and this is the Fox Business Report. The major averages ending higher for the day and week as investors digest the latest batch of big earnings reports. Friday's moves come at the end of a turbulent week in which AI concerns, the Iranian conflict, and the Fed rattled markets. Amazon stock rose over 15% following its blockbuster earnings report on cloud strength. While it was a different story for Apple, its stock plunging over 7%. The tech giant delivering an earnings and revenue beat, but its services and China revenue came up short. The Magnificent Seven big cap tech stocks were mostly higher, led by Amazon, Alphabet, and Microsoft. The Dow up 277 points, the Nasdaq higher by 252, S&P 500 up 52. Shares of SpaceX falling over 3% and hitting a record low and closing 20% off their IPO price just 6 weeks ago. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Hillary Barsky, invested in you.
What if the most dangerous killers weren't hiding in the shadows, but living right next door? Fox Nation Investigates presents The Killer Next Door.
Bodies were appearing everywhere. People went missing. Bodies were coming up from the ocean.
Once they put my brother John into Gacy's house, you kind of knew he didn't come out.
Go to foxtruecrime.com for more series like this, or wherever you get your favorite podcasts.
Trust the professionals at Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions. Buying or selling, they'll make your dreams come true. Here's farm auction and acreage expert Dan Stokes.
You know, Meyer & Company's been in the business for over 40 years. We specialize in things called 1031 exchanges, so we're very versed in how to exchange farm ground for other farm ground. So it's something that we do on a daily basis, and we really enjoy doing it.
We are the #1 stop in the region for buying and selling residential, commercial, and farm real estate. We've been serving the area for more than 40 years, and we do it with pride.
It's still a pretty strong seller's market. Dollars per acre is still high. If you're able to connect with a good agent and you can find something off market, we do that all the time, and you know, we're able to still get some deals out there here and there.
Dan Stokes.
You can either call my cell phone at 314-971-0654, or you can call the brokerage at 636-462-5555.
Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions, North Lincoln Drive in Troy, 636-462-5555. Online at meyerlistings.com.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Isaac Lowenkron.
In Major League Baseball late Saturday night, the two-time defending World Series champion Los Angeles Dodgers acquired two-time Cy Young Award winner Tarek Skubal from the Detroit Tigers for 3 prospects. Here was Skubal's reaction late last night.
I'm excited to be a Dodger. I'm excited to get that guys and, chase.
Here's your 1-minute warning.
But yeah, it's a lot of different emotions. Definitely kind of a roller coaster of emotion.
Elsewhere, the Chicago White Sox acquiring right-handed pitcher Luis Castillo from the Seattle Mariners. On the field on Saturday night, the Boston Red Sox defeated the Dodgers 3-2. Cedar Rafaela, a pair of home runs. The Red Sox have won 22 of their last 26. The Houston Astros over the Texas Rangers 5-4. The Astros now lead the AL West over the Rangers.
You got it on YouTube?
By a game and a half.
Yeah, I can
From the
switch over.
Meyer Auction and Real Estate Weather Center, here's your updated KYRO forecast. Sunshine mixed with clouds at times this afternoon, with daytime highs approaching 83. Lows level off around 63. Tonight, clear skies. Daytime highs approaching 85. Tomorrow, mainly sunny skies. Right now, it's 77 degrees. That's the latest from News Radio KYRO. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Jennifer Wojcicki. And the mics are going live. And that bumper music means hour number 2 of Uncensored Wrestling Talk is underway. We are live inside the Gateway Fiber studio of News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO. Of course, we are also live on our Facebook feed and our YouTube channel. Jump in there, get your questions and your comments in there. Of course, we will read them off as they come in. Real quick before we move on to night number 2, Superfan. My broadcast partner, Martin Kadich on Worldly Wrestling Showdown, he says the tombstone was a safer idea. What do you think about that?
No, I could see it as a safer idea because of the amount of impact. Could you imagine if he would have picked up Brock and laid his whole body out on that wood? Because even whenever he did the tombstone, it sounded like there was a little bit of cracking. I thought I heard the floor or the joists kind of crack a little bit.
Could have been. Would have been interesting. That's for sure. All right, night number 2. Tonight, SummerSlam continues. Let's go over these real quick. Roman Reigns, the World Heavyweight Champion, will defend, possibly, this might be the last time we see this, against Seth freaking Rollins. Leading up to this, how have you enjoyed their interactions back and forth over this last month or so leading up to tonight?
I like that when they're in the ring together, talking back and forth. The promos have been okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's here's the history. It's just bored me to tears. When they said, well, look at the history and those little vignettes that they've been doing.
Mm-hmm. And they do it over and over.
It stopped. But as far as like the listening to those two verbally joust with each other, I love it. I thought it was really good.
Well, going into this one tonight, Roman Reigns has never gotten a win over Seth freaking Rollins.
Yep.
I don't know how you feel. We'll find out here in a moment. But I think that coming out of this one, Roman Reigns is still going to be the World Heavyweight Champion. What say you?
This is set up that with the whole, you've never beaten me, I'm the one mark on your whole record, you'll never, tonight they're going to clean it up and Roman Reigns is going to retain this championship tonight.
And and with all the different altercations that we have seen between Roman and Seth leading up to this one, and not having the bloodline coming out, I think that's actually helped this situation. But I will be shocked. I'll really be surprised if the bloodline actually gets involved in this match tonight. I don't see it happening.
I don't see it happening. I think it's going to be a straight up one-on-one, and the best man wins out of this. Because if you bring in the bloodline to cause interference, who's really going to help Seth Rollins? He really doesn't have that many friends right now. Street Profits maybe
for sure.
Maybe
for sure. And then also you've got LA Knight and Solo Sikoa and Royce Keys. Granted they got the win last night over the bloodline, the Uso brothers and Fatu, but you've got avenues there that you could have people jumping in and getting involved. In this one,
but I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening honestly. Either. I think it needs it, but I don't see it happening.
I don't think it does.
You don't think it?
No, I think it would take away from this match if anyone were to get involved in this one. To be quite honest, unlike last night, like with CM Punk and Cody Rhodes, with Randy Orton coming out and getting involved and RKOing Cody Rhodes, I personally don't think it took away from that match.
Mm-hmm.
But in this case, I think it would take away from Reigns and Rollins.
Yeah, I see your point there. But again, this one has to be one winner, one loser for it to really go in the books. You're right. If there's interference, then it kind of gives it a whole asterisk, and is it worth it to Roman Reigns to have an asterisk that he beat Seth Rollins because of interference?
Yeah, also real quick from the Facebook chat room, Martin Cage is saying, two fellas that size, talking about Obafemi and Brock Lesnar, can actually bust the steel joists. He's seen it happen. Same. So, very, very dangerous what they were doing last night as well. But very interesting.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting. But yeah, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, matchup for the World Heavyweight Championship. Roman Reigns coming into this one, having never beaten Seth Rollins before in the past, in all the different matchups that they have had. Now, Seth Rollins, I take that back. Roman Reigns has won by disqualification, but he hasn't gotten like a pinfall submission over Seth Rollins. And really, I think this match is going to be a great match. But I think at the end of this match, for like the last, I'd say about 4 or 5 minutes of this match, I think we're gonna see Roman Reigns absolutely dominate, and I mean dominate Seth freaking Rollins, and I think it's needed.
Yeah.
I really think it's needed because of the history in this.
Right. Otherwise, it literally mars the whole match history, his career, by not ever beating Seth Rollins.
The WWE Intercontinental Championship, of course, being held by Penta at the moment, will be on the line as Penta will be taking on Chad Gable. I really enjoyed Chad Gable's return to the main roster of the WWE over this last month.
I'm going to go out and say this is going to be the match of the night.
Really?
Yes. Just overall, the ability of Chad Gable and Penta, and it's one of those where you just feel this momentum going for Chad Gable ever since his lost his mask in AAA.
Mm-hmm.
That I think it culminates tonight, and he actually is going to beat Penta to gain the Intercontinental Championship.
Well, it's a championship for many, many years that he has always sought for and has not been able to grasp.
Right.
And I think you're right. I also believe that Chad Gable is going to pick up a very, very hard-fought victory over Penta in this one.
Yeah.
It's going to be good.
It's going to come down to the fact that he's in his home state, to be honest. And the crowd's going to get behind him and just give him that little extra push up right over the edge to actually capture it.
But then again, being in the home state didn't help Brock Lesnar very much last night.
No, but Brock was on his way out, so.
Yeah, I agree with you, though. I think Chad Gable is going to pick up the victory and become the brand new WWE Intercontinental Champion. But I'm also a little surprised over these last couple of weeks that with all the issues that we've seen going on between the Vision and Otis and Tozawa, that Chad Gable hasn't come down to help, Otis and Tozawa to gain their forgiveness. Because he was seeking that about 3 weeks ago.
Originally he was seeking it, but maybe it's more or less that Penta said, you got to stop asking everybody for forgiveness. We forgive you. You kind of done your penance. You understand what it means to be a luchador. It's time for you to just be Chad Gable.
And I think we've been seeing that. I think we've been seeing that and very, very well over this last month or so that Chad Gable has been having these different matches going on. And we'll see what happens tonight. I don't like this. I don't like this next match that we're going to talk about. I don't believe that it should be an interim WWE Women's Championship match. I think it should be for the WWE Women's Championship match. Now, granted, and I know HD Daniels, if he was here, he would say, I love Rhea Ripley. And many fans do.
Yeah.
I love Rhea Ripley.
But if you can't defend
if you can't go...
Yeah. You have to give it up.
I kind of think the same way with Liv Morgan. 100 days of no defenses.
Right.
This ain't right. No. It just doesn't feel right to me.
Right.
As a true wrestling fan, this just doesn't feel good to me.
Yeah.
It should be for the women's championship in this one.
Minimum every 60 days. Because you got PLEs and you kind of, do more on the Raw side for one of them and then more on the SmackDown side. But at every 60 days, every championship should be defended in a hard-fought match.
Interesting. Well, this one's going to be a 5-way ladder match. Tiffany Stratton, who is already the United States Women's Champion, against Jade Cargill, a former Women's Champion, against Chelsea Green, versus 14-time Women's Champion Charlotte Flair versus a woman who just got into this ladder match the other night, Lash Legend, as she had defeated Julia to get into this one. I'm torn on this one. I'm torn between two women in this one. Charlotte Flair, of course. I would love to see her get that 15-time World Championship. And then that only puts her a few away from capture. I know HD Daniels was saying earlier Randy Orton getting up there to that number 18, but you know what? Charlotte Flair has just as much of a chance.
Right. Yeah.
But on the flip side of that coin, I would love to see Chelsea Green come out of this as the new women's champion.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, this one, it's interesting to figure out who's going to do what. And especially with a ladder match, you don't know what's going to happen. My feeling, you got Jade Cargill and Charlotte Flair. They're going to be so focused on each other. I think they're going to cancel each other out. I think Tiffy and Chelsea Green, something's going to happen between them. They're going to hamper each other. They're going to start fighting.
See, I don't see it that way.
The person that I
see
really,
Lash Legend.
I think
I
think Lash Legend is actually going to come out the victor.
You think Lash Legend is going to come out as the brand new WWE interim women's champion?
Because that would be a new contender versus Rhea Ripley. Even whenever they were having their three-ways, Lash Legend and Rhea Ripley, I thought were putting on really good matches. So it won't shock me that, and I'm going to pick Lash Legend, even though, I'd love to have Tiffy 2 belts. You know how much of a fan I am of
my
Tiffy.
broadcast partner brings up a great point in the Facebook chat. This is Chelsea's type of match, and people forget her history.
Yeah.
She is
if she brings out Lucha Underground, then but they haven't allowed her to do that.
Man, I want to see Chelsea Green. I want Chelsea Green as the new women's champion, and I say if she doesn't capture it, we all riot. We all riot, by God. We protest.
So you're taking Chelsea Green?
I think so. I think I am going to take Chelsea Green, because I kind of think along the same lines as you as well, that Jade Cargill and Charlotte Flair have a history right now to where they're going to cancel each other out, for lack of better words there on that one. And I think that Lash Legend, it'll come down to like a 2-on-1 type situation, and it'll be Lash Legend and Tiffany Stratton kind of taking each other out, and then Chelsea Green doing something where she gets the pin on Lash Legend to become the new women's champion.
Right.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. It's going to be very interesting. And I cannot wait for that one. That one could very well be, for me, match of the night.
Okay.
I'm hoping it's going to be very, very good. A match I am not. I say it with capital letters, capital N, capital O, capital T. I am not looking forward to. I wish it wasn't even on the card itself for both nights.
Exactly.
It could have been something that could have been.
That should
have
been a dark match. So
no,
we
it
don't have to
it
see it.
could have been done on Friday Night SmackDown. That would have been fun on a Friday night. Okay.
Right.
But not on a PLE as big as SummerSlam is. And I understand why they're doing it, because they're pushing Danhausen hard with all of this. But Danhausen versus Dirty Dominic Mysterio, the AAA, the AAA Mega Champion, in a human monies on a pole match, where the winner will keep the $100,000 that Danhausen allegedly stole from the Judgment Day. But you know what? We saw about 2 months ago when the Judgment Day handed over $100,000 to Danhausen for a bet on the NBA Finals. Hey, you know what? You made a bet there, buddy, and you lost. All right? There's no getting the money back after you've lost your bet.
Right.
It doesn't work that way, right? But we're doing it.
Yeah, they're doing it. This one just irks me. Because there's so much more you could even be doing with Dominic Mysterio, but you got him stuck with Danhausen.
Well, again, Martin makes a great point in the Facebook chat room. Overexposing Danhausen at great risk. And I agree with him 100%. You are overexposing. You know, as much as everybody loves Danhausen, and he's been in the St. Louis area many, many times, you know, wrestling and stuff. So he's a St. Louis favorite too, right? But he's got a lot of flaws in his game, my friend.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He just does.
And yeah, I mean, you have a gimmick match so that you could have interference and all this other stuff.
He needs to come to the Race
Right.
Wrestling Arena and to the Race Wrestling Academy and train.
Exactly. But I'm going to go with Dirty Dom. Actually pulls it off. I think there's more help coming from the Judgment Day on this one, that they get rid of all the mini Houslins and whatever Danhausen's going to do. So I'm going to go Dirty Dom.
See, the way that they've been pushing Danhausen.
I know, but you're killing your AAA mega champion.
And see, and that's the part that I don't like. I don't like it.
So
having to pick Danhausen.
You got to keep the mega champion on top if you want him to.
But he has lost many times over these last several months as being the AAA mega champion, but losing on Raw, losing on SmackDown. So it really hasn't hurt his stock in AAA itself. Two different entities. Well, you know what I mean.
Right.
Two separate entities that he's doing. Two separate, really, characters that he's portraying, because in WWE, he's a heel. He's part of the Judgment Day. He's doing nefarious things. But in AAA, he's fighting a heel faction with, El Grande Americano now.
Right.
I don't think it hurts him. I really don't. I don't think it hurts him.
So
I think Danhausen is
you're
going to
get his money back.
Yeah, he's gonna win that $100,000 on the pole. The human money's on a pole match. What are they gonna come up with next? Jiminy Christmas. Let's see here. Trisha McGarry Williams saying Dom is not, all capital letters, a mega champion in anyone's mind but his own.
Greatest luchador ever. King of the luchadors.
But he is a mega champion. He is the mega champion right now.
Yeah.
And you can't take it away from him.
And how long has he been mega champion? 6 months now?
Roughly. Maybe a little longer. And he's been
defending it.
And he's been doing a great job with that championship. Martin saying, they are dumb enough to let Dan go over in this one. But maybe this is the match that turns Dom baby.
Could be.
I don't know. That one I'm not so sure about.
HD be rolling over.
I'm not so sure about.
Stay on the road, HD.
Right. The number one contendership for the undisputed WWE Championship is on the line, as Sami Zayn will be taking on Finn Balor.
Yeah, I mean, this shouldn't even be on the pay-per-view. I'm sorry. This should be, and I agree 110% with HD. This is just on SmackDown. That should be, you could do that as a main event on SmackDown, and it's fine. Put it on the pay-per-view, absolutely not.
Honestly, this is one of the ones that I would have rather have had on night 1 than on night 2. And you could have switched that one really with maybe the Gunther and Nick Aldis match and put the Gunther and Nick Aldis match on night 2 instead. But it is what it is. So with that being said, what do you think?
I think Sami Zayn is going to come out as the victor on it because he's whined enough, and they're still going to give him another shot at whoever is champion. And he's going to lose again.
So you think Sami Zayn is going to become the number one contender?
Yep.
Take on CM Punk very, very soon and still lose to CM Punk.
Yep.
Interesting. See, I don't foresee Sami Zayn becoming the champion again this year. I see Sami Zayn, and right now I'm holding to it. I see Sami Zayn coming out of Royal Rumble in January as the winner and moving on to WrestleMania, which will be in Saudi Arabia, where no matter who it is that he faces, he will become the champion, a two-time champion.
Yep. I totally agree.
But as far as tonight's match, though, you know, I kind of tend to agree with you. I think that Sami Zayn is going to get the #1 contendership, but I kind of hate this for Finn Balor too, at the same time.
I do.
You know?
I mean, it's one of those.
Because
they
now
moved
after
him
this
over
match,
there.
what do you do with Finn Balor?
Right. I mean, he really doesn't have much to do unless you want him to go against Trick Williams. I mean, I don't know. I just don't know.
Well, that is the final match that we're going to talk about for night 2, the 6th match here for night 2's card. It'll be Trick Williams, the WWE United States Champion, defending that title against a returning Baron Corbin. What have you thought about this Baron Corbin return?
I was a big Baron Corbin fan. I've always been a Corbin fan, even when he was rich and poor. But when he's the lone wolf Baron Corbin, he's at his best.
Sure.
And I really, really, really want Baron Corbin to take the championship off Trick Williams.
Do you think it's been good interaction between these two leading up to this match, though?
Last Friday night, I loved it. Whenever Corbin comes out and Trick's like, come on and get in the ring, he's like, no, I'm going to make you wait. I'm going to teach you a lesson. Now you have to wait.
Interesting. So you think that Baron Corbin is going to come out of this?
That's who I want to win, but who's going to win is Trick Williams.
So you're saying, though,
Trick
Williams is going to pick up the win, because you can't forget that he's got
Little Yachty.
I was about to call him the Latte Man, but Little Yachty in his corner, and that could, I don't know. In a way, yeah, I understand people are cheering for him. He's the quote-unquote babyface, but really, he's still the heel.
Right.
And he's still got heel tendencies. And Little Yachty is a heel in his corner.
Right.
So it's heel versus heel in this one.
Exactly. But the thing about it is, everybody wants Trick Williams versus Carmelo Hayes. That's really what everybody's clamoring for the championship, one-on-one, straight up.
I don't see what we're gonna. I don't think.
But they keep dancing around it.
I don't think we're gonna get it. I really don't. I think what we get is Baron Corbin coming out of this as the new United States champion, and then Carmelo Hayes having the match with Baron Corbin.
Right.
That's how I see it. I don't see Baron Corbin coming out of this not winning. And then you've still got this triangle love affair going on between Trick Williams, Carmelo Hayes, and Baron Corbin. I even think that this is a good time right now for the United States Championship to actually become a hot potato.
Okay.
And being flip-flopped back and forth between these three guys. And, you know, I would love to see maybe at Money in the Bank, which is actually next month. I think it's like the 10th of September, something along those lines in a way, where I would love to see a triple threat match between Trick Williams, Carmelo Hayes, Baron Corbin, inside of a steel cage.
Yes.
I think that would be tremendous.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I mean, just the ability of those three. I agree. A little bit of hot potato would be fine. But what about, I was just thinking, what about Ilya Dragunov? Where's he been? Put him in and you got a four-way.
I believe he might be injured again. I really do. But you know, and when you get to Money in the Bank and you could have this triple threat inside of a steel cage match, it could really level up. I mean, big time level up Trick Williams where you really want him to be.
Right.
I just don't see him.
Do you think he's main event?
Better.
Do you think he's main event? Or do you think if he is, they're pushing him too hard too soon?
For the United States Championship?
I think that's his level right now is the United States.
That's his level, but I'm just talking about in terms of skill, in terms of more fan reaction, I'm talking more, hey, yes, I was the United States champion. I've lost it, but now I've regained it, and now you have to look at me as a legitimate threat to the world championship picture itself. That levels him up.
Okay.
To that. And then maybe 4, 5, 6 months down the road, after defending that championship against numerous other people, I don't want to just see it with just Baron Corbin and Carmelo Hayes.
Right.
Have him fight Ilya Dragunov when he makes his little return back again, or whomever. Have him climb that ladder of against different opponents, and then get to that stage where he can drop that title and go after a world championship somewhere in the next 6 to 8 months.
Right. After WrestleMania, go against Sami Zayn again?
No. Well, I mean, that's a long way down the road.
It's down the road, but it would give you time to have him really put him, if he's going to be in the main event.
But see, then that's where you start getting into the question of, do you have Trick Williams go over Sami Zayn again? And I don't know if that's so much the right answer. And if he were to lose to Sami Zayn, what does that then do for Trick Williams?
Right.
Not a lot.
Well, but then you could say they're one-on-one, you know.
You could go that route, but you know, that route has been taken so many times that we've worn that tread almost to the nut.
That's what AI would tell him to do.
There is that too. Hey, we are well past our very first break of the second hour. Hey, sometimes when you get on a roll, you just go on that roll until it's time to do something. And now it is time to do something. So we will go ahead and take our break here. 59 seconds, that's all it's going to be. Sure. And we'll be right back.
Welcome to MegaNet. For slow internet, press 1. For a different customer service, press 2. For confusing pricing, press 3. For extremely long wait times,
Hey, W redemption from last week.
Where there was frustration, now there's satisfaction.
Hello, this is Helen at Gateway Fiber. How may I help you?
Is it time to refresh your internet provider? For more information, visit gatewayfiber.com.
Finley Shoe Store is a local family and veteran-owned
But overall, I
traditional
was
historic
happy
downtown
with the
Troy,
rest of
Missouri,
it.
dedicated to serving the
Same.
local community and providing great customer service.
I thought it was a
Brands
great
include Red Wing,
Yeah,
Honor
absolutely
Center,
wonderful.
Birkenstock,
I just don't know how they're
New
gonna.
Balance,
I don't think they're gonna be able to
Skechers,
do it.
as well as Superfleet insoles.
You have to
State-of-the-art
throw
some
software
effort
for
in there,
to
but
ensure you
don't get me
get
wrong,
just the
I'm
right
hoping
insoles
for
for
it.
you. Finley Shoe Store,
It's gonna be
providing
hard.
men's and
It's
women's
gonna be very
quality
hard.
footwear in Lincoln County area since 1947. Finley Shoes, 636-528-8247.
And the mics are going live. Well, welcome back. We are live inside the Gateway Fiber studio of News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO. Of course, also on our Facebook feeds and our YouTube channel. Jump on in there. We've got that interactive chat. We'd love to see your comments and your questions for everything that we've been talking about. We just finished up going over night number 2 of SummerSlam tonight. It'll be interesting to see if they can pull it off to where night 2 is better than night 1. So
Yeah. Join us in the Discord channel for us. We'll be there all night talking and chatting. So if you like what you see or hate what you see, bring it up.
And see, my broadcast partner Martin Kadich, he also says that this match is to build up Trick. Corbin is being used to pull Trick up a level. And I kind of agree with that as well. I do agree with that as well. And we are going to see him raise the roof, raise the levels up of Trick Williams. And Baron Corbin, I think, is the right one to do that for Trick Williams. So we'll see. It'll be interesting. Let's move on here. AEW Redemption from last weekend. Wow. We've got some major victories coming out of that one last weekend. Mike Bailey, defeated Jungle Jack Perry, the Beast Mortos, Commander, Nick Wayne, and El Klon in a 6-way ladder match to become the #1 contender for the AEW International Championship, being held by Kyle Fletcher. And I'm really looking forward to that match that's going to happen very, very soon.
Yeah, in fact, that match is going to happen Wednesday night because they're having their CMLL mega show that they're going to do.
Well, it's Grand Slam Mexico.
Grand Slam Mexico.
It's not really a CMLL show. It's an AEW show, but it's Grand Slam Mexico.
Right.
And you'll see quite a few of the CMLL stars jumping in on that one, yes. But
yeah, that whole match, you didn't know who was going to come out the victor on it.
I really thought Jungle Jack Perry was going to come out the victor. And honestly, I was pleasantly surprised that Speedball Mike Bailey came out as the victor.
Yeah, I mean, everything was, the whole match, people were flip-flopping. Commander, that was a crazy-ass leap that he did.
It was crazy. It was crazy. The Young Bucks, Matt Jackson and Nick Jackson, taking on the Death Riders, John Moxley and Will Ospreay. And to be quite honest, I was not surprised in the least that the Young Bucks picked up the victory, because we've been going towards this Young Bucks versus Copen Cage thing for the last month and a half, 2 months or so.
Yeah, I mean, I was really thinking that it was going to be actually the Death Riders, because now you don't want to put a loss on Will Ospreay before his big match at All In Wembley.
It doesn't hurt him.
You don't think so?
No, absolutely not. It doesn't hurt him. It wasn't a singles match. It was a tag team match.
Right.
And where was his partner?
Yeah. It was one of those I was surprised that Nick and Matt were able to pull out the victory on it. So.
And then they are moving on to All In to take on Cope and Cage for the AEW Tag Team Championships. And if they are successful, they'll be a 4-time AEW Tag Team Champion. And that will be the most any team has won those championships. So we'll see what happens. Kyle Fletcher defeating Bandito in a match for the AEW International Championship. And while I thought that it was a tremendous match,
to me that was the match of the night.
It was no surprise to me who came out as the victor in that one.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta love Bandito. I mean, this guy has all the tools, and putting him with Kyle Fletcher, who again is just a bright, shining star that you do almost anything with. I love that match, and I'd like to see it run again. But, to me, Kyle Fletcher is the new Kenny Omega that's put in 5-star matches every time he steps into the ring.
And it doesn't matter who he's going against, to be quite honest.
No.
He is
very
one of those
entertaining matches.
That literally a broomstick, he can make a broomstick look very, very good.
Exactly. I dare say he might be the best wrestler going right now.
Yeah. He could very well be. He could very well be the best wrestler in AEW. Or they like to say, the best wrestler.
Right.
The Dogs, David Finlay and Clark Connors, taking on the Bang Bang Gang, Jay White and Juice Robinson, in a double chain dog collar match. And I was a little surprised in this one that we didn't see more bloodshed in that.
Yeah, they kept it pretty clean for most part. I mean, the thing about it is, and then, I don't know, did Jay White get really hurt again?
I think so.
I mean, he's like...
I think so, and it sucks because he was out for well over a year and a half.
Something?
Yeah, well over a year and a half.
Yeah.
So hopefully it's not anything major. The Dogs coming out as the winners in that one, but hopefully Jay White is back to action before too much longer. Fingers are crossed, toes are crossed for him.
Serious.
The surprise of the night for me. Maya World taking on Hikaru Shida for the AEW TBS Championship. And yes, over the last couple of months, Maya World having a tremendous time of things, getting into the Owen Hart Cup tournament, winning all the way to the finals, even beating her mentor Athena in that tournament as well. Man, I tell you what, she defeated Sheeta for that TBS championship. But do you agree with her trajectory as this has been going on?
I think it's too much, too soon, too fast for her. Yes, she's a good young talent, but to put her over Sheeta, I don't know. What was this time? It was her birthday.
Actually, I think her birthday was this past Wednesday night.
Okay.
At Dynamite, but still.
It seems like, let's just give it to her. To me, I'd rather see her and Athena have a long-standing feud.
Yeah. That's what I thought they were going to do with this. She having several good matches, and she's been tremendous in the ring. But I thought that they were going to go along the lines of her going against Athena for the Ring of Honor World Championship. And, Athena, they call her the forever champion in Ring of Honor for the simple fact that, she has held that belt for 1,500 days now? Something along those lines. It's an ungodly number.
Right.
The longest reigning champion in professional wrestling across the boards, no matter who you're talking about.
Right.
But I think you could have had a 2 or even 3 month program where you could have had several different matches with Athena and Maya World to include that Owen Hart Cup tournament match.
Right.
And having it on Dynamite, having it on Collision, having it on the Honor Club, and then, getting to a Ring of Honor pay-per-view and having it for the championship and Maya World capturing it that night.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
Yeah.
That, and I'm not saying that a lot of people are trying to say that the only reason why she's been giving these things is because of her brother passing away about a month and a half ago, and all that situation. And while, I understand where people are coming from on it, I don't agree with what they're saying.
Maya she still
World
has talent.
proven herself.
Yeah, she's still talented enough to do it. It's just that, who is Maya World? We really don't know.
Well, see, that is something I think that AEW has failed on. Whenever we get these new folks coming in, give us a little bit of a backstory on these folks.
Right.
Let us know where they've come from. And I don't care if it's from the Indies or not. I don't care if it's from TNA or New Japan or wherever. Now, you know as well as I do that I watch New Japan religiously, just like I do with everything else, to include Stardom. So when these Japanese ladies are coming in and everything like that, I know exactly who they are myself.
Right.
But the casual fan or even the regular fan nowadays really don't know who these folks are coming in. Give some backstory.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with doing a little vignette, a 2-minute vignette, and explaining who these ladies are or these other wrestlers coming in
Think
are.
about it, I know Maya World, she came from the Booker T's
reality wrestling.
Wrestling. You could throw in something short about that. That, it would just give her some momentum and, like you said, some background.
Now, I don't know if you can really mention the name of Booker T because he's WWE.
But you just use reality wrestling.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Cage and Cope. Christian Cage and Adam Copeland going up against the Death Riders, Claudio Castagnoli and Peck. Death Riders extremely busy last weekend. And, of course, Cage and Cope coming out the victors in that one, retaining the tag team championships, and really by no surprise for me.
No.
Whatsoever.
That was one of those, okay, just let it get through it.
The Painmaker, Chris Jericho, going up against the Psycho Killer, Tommaso Ciampa, in a no-holds-barred match. And I don't know about you, but these two matches that I've seen between these two, I have absolutely loved.
Yeah.
And I want to see more.
Yeah, but where do you go from it? Where do you go from this?
You know, put it inside a steel cage. Why not? Why not?
Death match in a steel cage?
You know, that would be interesting. You know, back in the day, not that long ago, but a few years ago, they had that match with Kenny Omega, and I'm trying to remember who it was that he was facing now in that barbed wire death match where Eddie Kingston came down to cover up his friend, and poof, nothing. They could redo something along those lines and have it work right this time in a scenario between the Painmaker, Chris Jericho, and the Psycho Killer, Tommaso Ciampa.
Yeah.
I would like to see something like that.
No, absolutely. But, you know, Tommaso's...
Because you've done technically a street fight already. Now you've had a no-holds-barred match.
Yeah.
So...
if you're going to do
you can't just let it end right here. You
no,
can't.
No. Especially since they're each one-on-one, each gaining a victory, so... But to me, Tommaso Ciampa should be more in the main event picture for the heavyweight championship.
Not yet. Not yet.
Or
There's too many
TNT.
players right now in the world championship picture. There's just not. There just is. Maybe one of the other championships. Again, you don't want to see too much of heel versus heel.
Right.
And Kevin Knight is a full-blown heel right now, and so is Tommaso Ciampa.
Yeah.
So you can't.
So how
really
far
do
down
that.
the line do you think you'll see Ciampa versus Page? Hangman Adam Page.
Ooh. That would be interesting to see that kind of a matchup between them two. But I see that way further down the line as well.
Okay.
Andrade El Idolo, you know, he took on Mark Davis for the AEW National Championship and defeated Mark Davis in a tremendous matchup. I wouldn't mind seeing Tommaso Ciampa having a program after this is over with Chris Jericho against Andrade El Idolo for that national championship, and maybe even capturing it.
Yeah.
And that could be another situation, you know, again, where it could be a hot potato championship, where you could flip-flop that back and forth a couple of different times over a 2 or 3 month period, and it'd be very, very good.
Yeah, I mean, if I like the idea of a hot potato championship, you just have to do it and pick that one as the hot potato. Don't change it up.
We've got to take a quick break. We're going to go ahead and finish up talking about AEW Redemption from last weekend.
Weber Chevrolet. In the auto business, you don't just automatically stick around for 120 years. You gotta earn it.
You gotta
We've come
earn
a very long way from selling wagons and farm implements and the like on the riverfront, where the Arch now stands. Now, we have 4 great dealerships in the St. Louis and Southern Illinois areas, all in the 270 loop. It's a legacy built on trust, hard work, and commitment to our community. But what matters most is you, our valued customers. It's no surprise, times have changed, vehicles have changed, car buying has changed, but we're still here to do what we've done for the past 120 years, helping people find great cars and trucks to meet their family's needs and budgets. And that's something that nobody else can say. See for yourself why for 120 years, Weber has been the name that you can rely on. Visit us at any of our locations in Granite City, Columbia, Illinois, and Creve Coeur. You can also find us on Facebook on WeberAutomotive.com.
People are talking about Don Julio's Mexican restaurant in the Winfield Plaza and Don Julio's Taco Express at number 3 Troy Center, setting the standard for authentic Mexican food and great drinks. Carry out or dine in 7 days a week at both great locations. Stop in or order online for carryout at DonJuliosWinfield.com or DonJuliosTroy.com. Don Julio's Mexican Restaurant in the Winfield Plaza and Don Julio's Taco Express at number 3 Troy Center. And don't forget, buy one, get one free on Wednesday in Troy and on Monday in Winfield. That's Don Julio's Mexican Restaurant in the Winfield Plaza and Don Julio's Taco Express at number 3 Troy Center. Veteran-owned and operated.
I know it's his thing.
Bringing great authentic Mexican food home to Lincoln County. Hasta pronto.
And the mics are going live. Well, welcome back. Uncensored Wrestling Talk, the last 6.5 minutes or so here in this second
by
hour.
fast today.
It has gone by a lot quicker for some reason than it normally does. I don't know what that, I don't know. The sands of the hourglass going through there quicker and quicker. But we are live inside the Gateway Fiber studio of News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO, and as well as our Facebook and our YouTube channels. Again, jump in there. Let us know what you think of everything that we've been talking about. We love to hear your guys' thoughts about everything. Continuing on here, Superfan, with the AEW Redemption results from last weekend. How surprised were you that for the AEW Women's World Championship, Thekla coming in as the champion, Willow Nightingale capturing that championship from her?
I was not surprised at all because to me, we were talking last week, the money match would be Willow versus Mercedes Moné. There's a history between them. There's just a build-up. That is the money match to put at All In. So, was I surprised that it turned out that way? Not one single bit. And good for Willow. Now is she the first woman to be a Grand Slam champion at AEW?
True.
You've watched her grow up through the years. Coming out as this young person, and then it's like when she got the Strong Championship in New Japan, it seemed like then it just started climbing for her.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I'll be honest, I was a little surprised with this. I really thought that we were going to see some interference between Mercedes Moné, coming in and doing something to cause Willow Nightingale to lose the match, and then get it set up. And I know a lot of people don't like it, but this is one of those scenarios where I would have loved to have seen a triple threat match between Thekla, Mercedes Moné, Willow Nightingale, and Willow Nightingale picking up the victory at All In at the biggest show of the year so far for AEW.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. To me, it was the right move at the right time. You've got your storyline already set. And to have it at a triple threat, no, it just needs to be one-on-one between Willow Nightingale and Mercedes Moné.
Martin Kadich in the Facebook chat room saying, "Love me some Willow." I'm in the same boat. I absolutely love seeing Willow come out and compete in all these different types of matches that she's been in. Of course, being with Harley Cameron, being the very first women's AEW tag team champions, to holding the TBS championship at the same time as that tag team championship. And yeah, you are correct, she is a 2-time TBS champion, as well as being that Strong champion that you mentioned. And that was the progression level for this. The next thing was to capture the world championship, but I really think that it should have happened at All In. I think it would have been better. I really do.
Unfortunately, the reason I say you keep it one-on-one because Mercedes Moné is going to beat Willow at All In.
You really think that?
Unfortunately.
God, I hope not.
I hope not.
You are just completely 100% wrong on that. I think that for me, it takes away from Willow Nightingale's hard work.
Right.
I mean, hard work that she's been doing.
You could still have good 2 or 3 matches following that to bring Willow back up to that level. I can see multiple matches coming out of it.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. And then, of course, the main event of the night, Kenny Omega going up against Kevin Knight. Kenny Omega coming into this one as the AEW World Champion. An awesome match between these two. No surprise that Kenny Omega came out to being the victor in this one. And really no surprise to me that after the match was over with, the Death Riders coming out, getting all over Kenny Omega, Will Ospreay coming out and getting involved as well. A little surprised that he didn't take the bag given to him by Jon Moxley and him ripping it apart instead of putting it over the head of Kenny Omega. And I'm kind of thinking that maybe he regrets that a little bit now.
He probably does.
Because at the end of all of that, after the two were up on the corner celebrating, here comes Kenny Omega behind him and hits that one-winged angel on him and kind of betters, one-ups, I guess you could say, Will Ospreay.
Absolutely. I mean, Will should have known better than, I understand, hey, it's time to break away. Hey, I want to do it. I want a clean match, one-on-one, everybody at 100%. That's what you want to see.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he should have known better, because when it comes to the championship, it's just kind of like CM Punk and Cody Rhodes. When it comes to championships, there's no friends.
There isn't. You're right. You're absolutely right on that one. When it
Don't be the second one that trying to get a shot in. Take the first shot.
Take that first shot and get it in and get it quick. Get it in and get it quick. Well, my friend, another 2 hours gone by quickly. Hey, we want to thank everybody that's come into both the Facebook and the YouTube channel and listening here on the radio. On the radio side, hey, jump over to Facebook and YouTube. We're going to continue on just for a few more minutes. But until next Sunday for our radio side of things, hey, we appreciate you. And until then, go watch some wrestling.
Sunday, left field. Democrats face off. Progressives versus moderates.
I don't think so. Not right now. All right. Let's continue on here on the Facebook and the YouTube side of stuff. Anything that you want to talk about from this past week's Monday Night Raw, AEW Dynamite, Collision, NXT, Friday Night SmackDown, anything along those lines?
So I have two that I really want to mention.
Okay.
One is from WWE. How good was it to see Haku back?
I loved it. Absolutely loved it. And now that he's the manager for his two boys.
Yes.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Bring it on. That, you could have done the, whatever you would call it, Samoans 2.0 with his kids.
Yeah.
Then the War Raiders and Damian Priest and
R-Truth
at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
And it'd be much better than us having to sit through the number one.
With that happening on Friday night, it would have been too soon.
Right. They should have done it like a week or so ago.
Or maybe even a month ago.
Right.
But
bringing Haku back
I don't care.
As, hey, we're going to re-establish our dominance. Loved it.
And now I hate even more that they let Tonga Loa go and Jeff Cobb go. Or JC Mateo, whatever you want to call him. Because that would have been with Haku / Ming as their leader, as their manager, the four of them.
Yeah.
Ooh, Bloodline would have no...
Right.
I'm sorry. It would be the best faction in all of WWE. It just would be.
It would be, yeah.
It just would be.
So that one, I was very surprised and happy about it.
Absolutely. And what was your other thing?
Saying this one goes to AEW.
Okay.
How about the tag team division in AEW just getting stronger and stronger?
I'm telling
with the machine guns.
I'm telling you.
Showing
up. Thursday night, AEW Collision. Who would have thought opening the show, here comes Motor City Machine Guns. Granted, it was in Detroit. It
Yeah.
was in Detroit, so we really should have seen that coming. But I think it's a great thing. I really do.
So-
Tag team division just keeps getting stronger and stronger and stronger in AEW.
So when do we see what is probably going to be formerly known as the New Day in AEW? I don't know.
See, there's been some rumors that have been going around over this last week and a half or so that they could be very well be showing up in TNA, which, you know, for me, with them having a partnership with WWE and everything, and granted we haven't seen much happening with that partnership over the last couple of months or so, but the partnership is still there, right? I just don't see that happening. I would be surprised if they showed up in TNA. I think they still go AEW when it's allowed for them to do it.
Right. I saw this last week on the intranet that there was this little vignette of anime that was done.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about two unicorns breaking out of the circus.
Right.
And as they're breaking out of the circus and setting themselves free, you see them run by one unicorn with a broken horn, which probably represents Big E.
Right.
Left in the circus of WWE.
Right.
Out the door, they're gone. Then their horns were on the ground, and you see the two figures of Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods walking away into the sunset.
Right.
To me, that means they're going to AEW.
What does that show AEW in that? It doesn't.
It
just
doesn't
means
show
they're going
anything,
on
but
to
it shows
something
that they're
else.
getting out of the WWE circus. TNA is part of the WWE circus.
Well, we already knew that they were gone.
Right.
So it doesn't say anything.
But to me, showing up in AEW just strengthens it. I think that's where they're going to
Because
be.
they could still show up in TNA. They could even show up over at New Japan.
Right.
Even they could even go to NLW, Major League Wrestling, and really elevate that program, that organization big time.
Where they end up, you know that they're just going to put a stamp on that organization. So I think it's AEW, and it won't shock me if it's All In that they make an appearance.
It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see exactly what happens with the New Day, that's for sure. Let's see here. Going over these wrestling rumors here before we get out of here. How funny was it that TNA put out about LeBron James, you know, and the invitation for him to come to TNA?
Right.
What a PR stunt that one was.
Yeah, no. It's all it is a stunt.
So all it was a stunt. WrestleVotes mentioned that WWE originally planned for Solo Sikoa's babyface turn to only last for a short period of time. However, given the way he is getting over with the live audience, there is backstage talk that he might get an extended run in this role. One person in WWE said Sikoa is legitimately one of the funniest people backstage, and they are glad he's getting a chance to show it. And you know, I think his quote-unquote babyface run goes until War Games, like we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
And then him turning and joining the Bloodline at that time. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. Let's see where they got it right and got it wrong here. Per WrestleVotes, it sounds like WWE Creative is favoring the following wrestlers to win their respective matches at SummerSlam. CM Punk, that's a check. Roman Reigns,
probably.
We will have to see tonight. Oba Femi, that's a check. Chad Gable, gotta see for that one tonight. Trick Williams, we gotta see for that one tonight. And Gunther, which is a check from last night. So far, 3 for 3 with 3 to come. 2 matches where WWE Creative is still going back and forth on are the winner between Finn Balor and Sami Zayn, and that's really no surprise to me. and also the interim WWE Women's Championship ladder match, which again is
Well, it's
absolutely
absolutely
no
right. I mean-
surprise to me. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't make up their minds until
2 minutes before the
before the match ends itself.
Right.
They've got the referees with the little things in their ears. Hey, tell them. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised at all. The outlet also claims that WWE has invited Hall of Famer Jesse Ventura to attend SummerSlam in his home state of Minnesota, and has even talked about putting him on camera during the pre-show. Well, it didn't happen yesterday, so we'll see if that happens today. I'll be a little surprised if it does, to be quite honest.
Didn't he kind of get in trouble when he was doing the main
Kinda,
event?
sorta, a little bit, yeah. But you know, you got to understand, WWE, that's Jesse the Body Ventura.
Right.
His mouth is going to run.
Well, that was like even afterwards. Did you hear what CM Punk called all the other wrestlers last night in the post show?
Remind me.
Called them the kitty cats.
This is true. This is true. I don't know
Bunch
if you want to
of
be calling all
meows.
these folks kitty cats, but, you know, there it is. One more real quick before we do jump on out of here. Wrestling Observer Live's Brian Alvarez heard from people in WWE who are quote-unquote baffled by the way Tony Khan books Persephone to lose so much in AEW. What's this guy doing? She's got so much potential. If her deal comes due, WWE is going to want her instantly. Meanwhile, all she does is show up on AEW TV and do jobs as a CMLL Women's Champion. You know, I
kind of agree.
I understand their points, but at the same time, she's killing it.
Yeah.
She might not be getting the victories that she really deserves in some of these matches, but she's still killing it.
You know, where the
And
best
she's being used.
Where the best wrestler is what AEW is saying, and you know, I think overall as a whole over the last few months, I would put AEW as where people are wrestling. So, you know, if you're a star in another indie organization, and you're coming there and you're putting on a show, good for you.
Yeah. You know, there's one more thing that I want to talk about before we do get out of here. And, you know, last weekend's AEW Redemption, we saw how many matches total was
11.
that? It was 11 total matches with only one of them being on the pre-show. I've changed my mind about things. Now, you know, I don't mind them having that many matches on the regular show, 10 matches, and it going for about 4.5 hours. Because really, I mean, I'm paying $40 for it, right?
Right.
I'm getting my money's worth. I really am. I'm getting my money's worth seeing all of this action going on for that price.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not upset about it anymore, at all, in any way, shape, or form. However, I will say WWE needs to step it up.
Yeah.
They need to step it up. We're paying, what is it, $15 roughly a month for Netflix. If you want to watch the Saturday night main events when those happen, let's call it another $10 for Peacock per month. Now NXT, they've moved their PLEs over to CW11, or CW I should say, which is fine. But then you've also got to pay $30 a month, every single month, for ESPN Unlimited to watch 6 matches on a PLE.
Yeah.
Which sometimes goes really, really quick.
Yeah. I mean, you know, yeah, it was an earlier start last night, but literally 2 hours they were done.
With the wrestling,
With
as
the
far
wrestling.
as it was. I didn't have a problem with the length of it, actually, for last night, because we did have the pre-show, and we did have a good length of a post-show as well. But
Don't you find it hard to watch the pre-show, though?
No, I really don't. Because, and the reason I don't say it just for myself, but your quote-unquote casual fan that's coming in to see
Right,
what this
needs
is
to
all
know,
about.
get
And
caught up,
even,
but-
and even the ones that watch it somewhat on a regular basis, but maybe have missed it for the last couple of weeks, maybe because of work situation or family situations, or like HD was talking about earlier, get caught up on what's going on and why these matches are about to happen. I don't have a problem with the post or with the pre-shows. I really
Pre-show.
don't.
They're getting long for me.
They might be a little bit too long on that particular side of things, but again, if you're gonna have all these matches and you're talking about everything, and they talked about everything, not just for night 1, but for night 2 as
Right.
well. Hey, you know what? It's fine. It's fine to me when you're having a 2-night like this. Because today I'm sure they're going to talk about everything that happened last night, and then they're going to go over everything that all the matches that are going to happen tonight as well. So again, you're going to have a bit of a long pre-show.
Right.
It's fine by me.
Okay.
It's fine. But on a regular show, on a regular PLE, a one-nighter, you know what? An hour to an hour and a half tops for a pre-show. An hour, hour and a half for the post-show. That's 3 hours right there.
Yeah.
And then, but again, if you want to make me think that I'm getting value for my money, I need to see some more matches.
Yeah.
And I need to see them make sense, and I need them to be good matches.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
Absolutely. I totally agree. And I don't.
On the AEW side of things, they're killing it.
Yeah.
They are killing it with this. Because at first I thought too much, way too much. But for the money value, you're getting more.
Yeah.
You're getting way more.
Yeah, you are.
So. But but also Martin Canish makes a good point here. He says, no way I'm spending that with all the local stuff that we've got.
Mhm.
And I agree. I absolutely agree with that too. Doing this show, I gotta watch everything. Got to. So we can keep everybody informed on everything of what's going on. But as a just regular wrestling fan, I can understand.
Yeah.
Pick one and go with it, maybe. And then watch your local stuff too.
Yeah.
Always watch your local stuff.
Absolutely.
Always watch your local stuff first. That's what I always say. But all right, anything else from you?
Nope. I'm pretty good.
I think I'm done too. Hey, we want to thank each and every one of you for coming in today and watching and interacting with us. And until next Sunday, we're going to close this out saying, hey, go watch some wrestling. SummerSlam Night 2 tonight. Bing. Ding.